Hey, how are you, my friends? This is Gerardo Roman Diaz coming to you again in this marathon of lives, the Facebook Lives that I'm doing almost every day from California, USA. And as some of you already know, I have two subjects of discussion usually. One is love for God, and the other is marketing. So today is my time for love for God. And um, Well, some of you already know I have talked before about my roots. So I'm from Mexico, and in Mexico I was born, in a family that has to do with Catholic, Catholic views, and that's my roots, and they are still, in my heart all the time. But since I wanted to know a little bit more about God since I was 5 years old, so I have been always around topics or themes or subjects or people or masters or teachers that had to do with spirituality. So that's what I am today. So and the purpose of this is not to talk about a specific tradition or religion or something like that, but basically about knowledge about God. And I have been in connection with knowledge about God, fortunately, with different teachers, different masters of love for God. One of those came to us, fortunately, in 1965. He was born in India. And as you know, as most of you know, India is one of the sources of spirituality, of great saintly persons or people who know deeply about love and devotion to God. And nothing wrong with any other countries, any other places in the world, because through Millennia also great masters have been not only in India but in other places around the globe. So if we go through history, thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, so we may be able to see that there have been people like that all over the world. Anyway, but this teacher, at the age of 69 years old, he came from India, shared with us what we consider, or what many people consider, like the PhD in spirituality or love for God. So I had that influence on me. So later on, if you are on YouTube or in Facebook, you will see a link on the bottom where you may be able to see some of the books that he brought from India, and he translated, and he also gave his master level commentaries about love for God. So one of those important topics about our connection with God and how to improve our connection with God is that masters recommend to us to be always in connection with God as much as possible, 24/7 if it's possible, and dedicating all our activities to God. And one of the ways that we can get approach to God more quickly is when we meditate or recite or put in our minds the name of God that we accept. Because as I was discussing in another live, God has not, okay, some of you might say, oh my God, no. God has not only one name, God has many names. And here's the logic why. For example, I, myself, Gerardo Roman Diaz, I'm just a simple human being, a person who's going to disappear from this world. He's not a person who is here like any of you, maybe 100 years, if we're lucky, 80 years or whatever. So I'm just a human being like anybody. I'm not God. And I have the capacity to have maybe 3 names already. I have my first name, my last name, and another last name for my mom. It's 3 names already. And I have another name that in a community that's called Gokula Das. And some of my friends call me also the Mexican, and some other friends call me Mr. Roman. So as you can see, I have many names. And the names don't change me. I am the same personality, right? So same thing happened with God. God is one personality, only one God, but it's called in different ways by different communities of people, by different traditions. So all of those are directing their prayers or their calling to the same God that we are always trying to get a relationship with, right? And he doesn't change. So just to give you an example, there are names that we already have heard, and these names are directly to the same personality of Godhead. There are not two gods or three gods. If you go in the dictionary to know what is the definition of God, it's only one. It says the supreme, the inconceivable, the one. So there is only one. So there are no two, your God or my God, nothing like that. There is only one God, but called in different names. For example, now we know different names that we already know, different famous names, and there are more than that. Like Allah, a community of people call him Allah. A community of people call him Jehovah or Jehovah. Or a community of people call him Buddha. A community of people call him Jesus or Christ, because those people consider Jesus or Christ God. So that's why they're referring to God like that. So different names, of course, different names are attached also to different activities of God with that specific name. So that's why sometimes we get confused. Oh, so I see these activities over here. Allah, is doing these activities over here, and Jehovah is doing these activities over here, and Buddha is doing these activities over here. So people get confused. But God is able to present himself in also, not only with many names, with many activities, and in many ways, because he's God. He has the power to do that. But ours, no. As you can see, Gerardo is only one, and he's right here in California talking with you. Not many more Gerardos. Because we are just one spirit soul, and God is unlimited. God has many potencies, many energies. It's an amazing personality. Anyway, I stop here. I don't want to make this live very long. If you were here with me when during this live, please hashtag live. Or if you came later on to this live, hashtag replay. And in this way, on the comments, and then I will know, that you were here. Also, please write down the country where you are coming from. And that's all for now. I thank you for your attention. My next live will be marketing, so see you there in case you are around. Thank you for your attention. Please take care of yourself during these times. God bless you, and see you next time.